Hi everyone, Christopher here, and welcome back to another episode of Fossil Forward Finds. We have another Albany album haul for you. We are album 15. Took me a little minute to get it to you, but here we go. Got Jadzia here. Let's get into the haul. So here we are with album 15. 208 cards in the album. But we have a full blooming garden here of cards. So I should be able to go through this relatively quickly. But what I'll be looking for as I'm going through all these various flower cards is I'll be looking for, obviously, unique plants, but artist signed pieces, still life. Like, okay, so here we got an artist signed here. Might be able to figure who that is. That's a duplicate. But yeah, also looking for still life. Those tend to be a lot of artist signed ones as well. And really just gonna see where I can find a little bit of extra value and take this as a learning experience for different flower cards, because there's a lot of them out there, and I'm sure there's money to be made if you know what you're looking for. Alright, so that's enough of that background rambling. It's a pretty one. Right. So we got another artist signed here. Weber. Sweet pea blossoms. Carnation. Yeah, carnations. I'm not usually the best with my flowers, but some of these I've listed enough now that I have a general idea. See, that one's a little different. What do we got there? Yellow. Okay, I'm not even gonna. Yellow Genetian. I just listed a blue one of those the other day, I think from album 14. I think it's the blue one anyways was like an alpine variety. I think that postcard actually has potential. Let's see what else we got here. A lot of cool tone flowers in this album so far. It's a pretty one. Okay, another one of those Genetians. Purple. Christmas rose. Those pussy willows. No idea. So most of these cards will probably end up going up for around $5.50 to $6. Some of them, the artist signed ones or the still lifes, might inch up a little higher. But I'll only do the most cursory of comping for these. If they artist signed, I'll do a little bit more digging, but it's going to be mostly a quick Google lens to see if this exact view is available. Lily of the Valley, embossed card here. And then a quick terra peek of the name of the flower if I know it. And that'll be that. Alright, we have our scheduled interruption by Garak here. What do you think, Garak? It's going to be a good album? Is it going to be pleasantly surprising? Yeah. Me neither. Alright. Some nice yellow flowers here. Another artist signed here. Another Peterson. Now, sometimes they have the full name on the back here, but not seeing them. California poppy. See, like this one's a little different. We got some plums, eggplant and plums. So no signature on the front there, but we do have a name on the back. So something like that I'd pay a little bit more attention to. This one as well, just because it's, you know, it's a different, this looks almost like a first day cover kind of situation. All right, flowers for days. Some more background, since it's been a while since the initial haul video. So I paid roughly $50 per album is what it came out to. And it was mostly sight unseen. I mean, I peeked at some of the albums quickly just to get a sense of the collection. But I didn't look at every album and I didn't look at every card. So some albums are going to be better than others. There we go, their artist signature there, that's good. Embossed, unused. Another one there. Oh, this is a Klein postcard. So I do this is a name I do look for with the flowers. Catalina Klein. Some of her cards can do well. This one's rough, so I'm not gonna get my hopes up on that one. But that's a name to keep an eye out for. Some of those letters that I've been selling, the floral letters, are also Klein cards. Another name there. Nice piece. A little rough on the back there. But yeah, so, you know, would I have bought this album necessarily for $50 on its own? Not probably not, but, you know, 200 cards at $50, that's not bad. 25 cents a card. Wouldn't be too hard to make your money back, even if you just split it out into a few lots, sell it that way. I'm sure that's what most people would do. I'm not most people. All right. Flowers for days. Waiting for something pop out at me here. Oh. Not really popping out at me, but Tux postcard. So that's good. When I go to list these, I will first start by, you know, listing all the Tux together, other artists together. It just helps move the listing faster, because I don't have to keep filling out the item specifics for each individual listing. Poppies. Yeah, corn poppies. So, if I didn't have a lot of floral cards up before, I will have a lot after this album is done. Alrighty. This one's different. What do we got going on here? Not sure. I'll have to look that one up with a Google Lens image. That's an interesting one. Flowers, flowers, flowers for days. Columbine. I love columbines. We just planted a columbine plant in my dad's yard in honor of my mom. We're trying to get a little hummingbird garden together. My mother liked the hummingbirds. Dahlias, I think. Chrysanthemum. Okay. That's a fun one as well. There you go, superb pink. All right, these ones are nice, the little botanical style let's see, Kathleen Castle. Not sure if Kathleen Castle gets any extra premium, but we'll find out. Another Kathleen. It's a different one. Culver's root. This looks like an allium. Primrose. Okay. We seem to be in the pinks. Daisies. 4 daisies. All right, we're getting there. You thought I was kidding about it being full garden flower postcards. I was not. So what do we got here? A little poem there, embossed. Yeah, cool one. I've had 2 or 3 of these from the album haul so far. Another Peterson card. That's a real photo. Yeah. Yeah, that's a pleasant little surprise, actually. You have to pay attention to all of them, as always. You never know what's going to be in there. Pansies. Another one of those. This person clearly liked any and all postcards. It also goes to show when your collection gets to a certain size, depending how you do or do not have it organized, well, there you go. Depending on how you do or not have your collection organized, it may be hard to tell if you have duplicates. China Aster, embossed card there. Definitely have a whole bunch of her. Oh, no, this is... Okay, yeah. Bunch of her. So I'll probably list all of those in a row first, and then move on from there. Bossed rose. Roses. My mother loved roses. Pink roses was what she had out in the garden. Artist signature there. Oh, another Klein. One of those Klein cards in the album 14 turned out to be it's one of a silk Klein card, which was kind of neat. All right. How we doing? You all still with me? There's a lot of just flipping through flowers. If you're still here, write "I love flowers" in the chat. Let me know. It is all flowers. That is for sure. Watch like everything sell really fast out of this album, and I just feel like an idiot. I know Mr. Garak. brought his mouse, so I had to entertain. Roses, roses, roses. Feels like a different kind of card here. Yeah. Nothing fancy there. I'd be curious if any of these stand out to you as something unique or different. I know, buddy. I'm almost done. Every album has had quite a bit of floral in it. This is the first one that has been entirely flowers. Home stretch, home stretch. There's a little still life there. We got a artist down there. On to the tulips. These sell around Easter. Oh, we got a letter K. Are you a Klein? Are you a Klein? I don't see a signature. But we will try to figure it out. But we got a letter K. I like the letters. Is that a V, or am I just making that up? I don't know. Okay. Alright, what we got here? Yeah, these are all like little advertising 2003 Abbott lavatories. Had a couple of these before that I've listed. Actually, I think some of these are duplicates of those. I haven't sold any yet. There wasn't really any up for sale yet, so I was kind of making up my own prices as I go, so I might be too high on them. Nice piece, got some bees. There's artist sign at the bottom. Come on. Ooh. Almost there. What do we got here? Lupin. I thought it was Lupin. Lupin's one of my favorites. And then we get to end on some Lupin. So I'll leave that there. So that's 208 all floral cards in a Garak. So, yeah. Alrighty, so that is a wrap on album 15. It did take me a hot minute to get all 208 floral listed, but got it done. Kept them all, or listed them all, nothing was scrapped or kept personally. Total listing price $1,466.92 for an average listing price of $7.05. Probably optimistic, but there were a lot of artists signed, as you saw. Hey, cats. There was artist sign and some really nice designs in there, so we'll see how they do. Let's see. We're up to 85 sales total from the albums out of 2,140 items listed, and that's greeting cards, postcards, etc., etc., etc. So at the moment, we've made 22% back of the total cost, the $3,560. So we're getting there slowly. But of course, the metric I always say I like the best. I've listed about $910 worth of cost of goods. based on the $50 per album price, and I've made 85% of that cost of goods back. So when you look at it from that perspective, it's pretty good. So I think that's about it. As you can see, more and more of the albums are turning green, which means the albums have paid for themselves, and we are now in the profit on those. Couple of things to note: album 13 surprisingly hasn't had any sales yet, but it was one of the smaller albums, so there's less cards to sell there. And although we haven't had any sales yet from album 15, we do have at least 2 auctions with bids on them. So that will be on the board by the next time you see this. Final little thoughts here. Let's see. The September Dater Cottage visit. I am on the board there. I sold one of the. You didn't actually see it. I got a whole stack of paperweight postcards, but I filmed it and forgot to stick it in the video. So, anyways, one of those sold. So, still have a ways to go to be in the green on that one, but we're on the board. I haven't even touched the whole box of QSL cards yet. So, um, anyways, the Albany postcard show that I did a few weeks ago, I am already in the profit on that. The 5 Yucca wood cards, my dad did end up buying those, and he gave me $50 for those. I probably would have listed them about $10 each, but I let him name the price. The Dead Post Office card sold, as well as one of the cards from the India postcard book. So I'm in the profit, $4.86. Nothing crazy, but that's just out of 7 cards, and the rest will be profit as they sell. And then, well, you haven't seen any of the Ithaca book sale haul yet, but none of that's sold yet. So that is that. We will catch you on the next video. You let me know what your favorite item in this in this floral album was, and we'll catch you on the next video.